Hello everyone, it is SwimPlays here, back in another video. Hope you guys are doing amazing. So recently we just left with the Twitter code GUI and a live stream, of course. Now I'm sorry it's been a week. I've been working on a lot of stuff. This dance UI has been a pain in the ass, and I'm sorry about that. So just bear with me on that. And I've been trying to upload as much as possible. I've been working on this one thing, and I've been really busy in general, and I got school starting next Monday, so this is going to be pretty crazy. So I'm going to try and figure out my schedule and upload schedule and just figure it out. We're at 9.4k, and that's insane, so we're getting almost to 10,000. Now, if you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on that post notifications. It means so much to me, guys, so feel free to do that. And if you want, also join the Discord, because it is in the description, and when you join the Discord, we do giveaways, and we have a lot of people that are in there right now, so feel free to join that. But thank you guys so much. So today, of course, as the title, we are going to be working on the dance GUI. Now, I know you guys are probably like, damn, I'm so hyped. Well, guess what? I'm really hyped too, because it turned out really great. There's just a few bugs. There's just a few bugs that there's just like one or two that I can't fix, and then it comes with a few special features that you guys are gonna like. But I want you guys to make sure to watch this video and stay tuned to it and just watch the process, because it is pretty hard, and I need you to look and just stay tuned, because if you say it doesn't work, then you're just not watching the video, because it does work. There's just a few things that are a little bit buggy, and I need to explain it to you. So of course, welcome. Now if you are new or not new, you understand we got to go to the description and look for models, and you are going to be grabbing this model right here. Now I don't know why it's gray. I thought the thumbnail camera worked, but I screwed it up. But it's going to be the dance UI right here, and you're just going to click this, and it should say item owned, and there we go. Now you own it. So once you own this, you are going to go to Toolbox in Roblox Studio, go to inventory, and of course with this little gray thing, you're going to click it and spawn it in. Now, be aware this is going to take a second to load in, because there's a few things that I included in this that I wouldn't include in others, but it's the emotes. Comes with a lot of emotes. So yes, of course, these are the emotes right here, but this is the thumbnail camera. It should look like this, and this is of course what it's going to look like. So I'm going to explain to you guys in a bit here how it works and everything about it, but it's pretty cool. So just give me like 1 second here. Let's move on to ungrouping, and we're going to get this started. Okay, so looking in the folder right here, there's gonna be a lot of stuff. So feel free to delete the thumbnail camera, the delete me right here, and then feel free to look at everything in here. Now, just in general, just starting off the top, we're gonna grab these and we're just gonna put them right here. You're going to just ungroup this in workspace, because this is the emotes. Now, like I said, there is a lot of them, so feel free to check them all out right here. Of course, there's so many, guys. Even you go in here, much more. So this is something I wanted to give to you guys, because I knew you would probably like it, and you know, why not? So then in replicated, we're gonna grab this one and bring this to replicated storage, and then we're gonna grab this and start a GUI. And we're gonna grab this for server script service, so right down here, and starter player scripts, which is in starter player. Now some people may not have the what you can call model services over here. You can go to models and then go to service and add them right here if that needs to happen. But yeah, so if you guys are here from the last dance UI video or not, I will inform you I changed a lot of stuff, so I'd recommend deleting the animation module, and then you're good to keep the icon. Don't make sure you guys don't have duplicate stuff, because it really breaks everything. So make sure to have one animation module, and we'll talk about that in a second. The folder, of course, too, and then we got 3 new things right here, and then of course we have the server script service stuff, and then the GUI, which also replaced the old one, and then we have the animation top bar. Now I want to quickly explain one thing. So this animation GUI has the top bar, okay, and it does not have everything else. So I'm not doing a bundle. You guys will have to add that to your own thing by yourself, but of course this is going to be the animation top bar. So if you just want animations as a top bar, maybe you can use that, but that's what it is. And I'm going to show you real quick everything, how that works, and just in general. So actually, let's just click play here and quickly show you, because it is pretty cool. Okay, so the first bug that I just kind of wanted to talk about was when you pull up this GUI. So as you can see, it's right here. You know, I can do everything I want. I can hit M if I want. But when you pull up this GUI, it doesn't have the bars already there. I don't know why. It just randomly started doing that, and I don't know how to fix that. But either way, what you do is you just click it, and then it pops them up just because for some reason that's how that works. So who knows why. So of course, this is what it has. And like I said, we have the search bar, so you can search hype. You can search Macarena, you can search Electro, you can do anything you want with the search bar, and then we have the unsync and audio on and audio off. Then we have the speed. So you guys are probably like, wow, Twin, you did a lot. I did do a lot, and then does have the clicks too. Now this error right here is because of the sync. I never got to figure that out, but I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Of course, I can probably show you the sync too. It is amazing, so that's something really cool that I added too. But how this works is we have the free ones, the sound, the animations with the props, and then we have electro shuffle, which is group, and then the premium, which is premium players. So of course we have premium, electro shuffle, and then these are the free ones, and they all have these image labels, so we'll talk about that in a bit. And then we have the sound. We have ride the pony and all that kind of jazz. Now I don't know if I should play the sound. Maybe I can play it for a second, you guys will hear it. But as you can see, when I play it, it does a sound. You can't really hear it in the background, but let me I could probably fix that in a second here. I'll do that real quick. Okay, so I fixed that. Let's see here. So now you can hear it, and every time you speed it up, you can speed it up like that, so that makes a different sound and everything. It's pretty cool. You can slow it down, you know, and they got audio off, so you can turn the audio off. You can do whatever you like, and it does this, and then when you click a different one, it will stop it. So just remember that it does a lot of cool stuff, and then puts it back on, puts the speed. Pretty amazing, honestly, I gotta say. Now, one thing that I will say is that the sync does not have the sound with it, so that's the one thing. Sound and props, I couldn't figure out how to do it. It's just too much for me right now, and I thought, you know, it really doesn't matter, because actually sound and props should not be really synced with. It does let you sync with them, even though they may not own the Game Pass or not, but it doesn't give them the props, so that's the good part. And the sound either. So of course we have Macarena, and then we have the props. Now when you click these props, it is pretty funny. You got Ride the Pony. I decided to do this one as a joke because, you know, why not? It's kind of funny. So I just decided Ride the Pony would be good. And we have another one that is Glow Dance, which is with glow sticks. Oh, that's weird. Okay, wait. There we go. Sorry guys, so that's what I mean, there's a few bugs, but of course this is with the glow sticks, and you see, as you can tell, the glow sticks are parented to the hands, and he's dancing with it. So there's a lot you can do, and I'm gonna explain with these props, but I will say that I could not figure out how to animate them. That's why this Ride the Pony is a little piece of crap, because it's just there, but I don't know what is going on with that. I think you gotta click out of it. There you go. But like I said, it's just weird. It's really weird, but of course super cool. So that's how that works. But yeah, I hope you guys love this, and it's gonna look really amazing when you do everything in general. But I thought this glow sticks was actually really sick, so it's pretty cool. You know, you can make it really slow too. So I hope you enjoy this. Okay, so let's get actually straight into this and explain how it works and everything about it. So I think I'm gonna move into modules last, and I might just start with like going into GUI in general, because it's pretty simple. Now, animation top bar, I already kind of explained later in other videos. You can change the image icon here, the key numpad, so as in like when to open it, how to open it with your keyboard. The tweening too, you can change that all here. So as we can tell, we have the tweening, which is going to be right here, tween out. So this is where we're tweening it out, so this is how we're going to be pulling it out. So when you want to see it and customize it, you go inside here, go to frame, and we will go to this position right here and go to 1.5, and we'll put that out right there. So there we go. Now this is what it looks like in general. So this is what it's going to look like. You can change this all you want, and I'm going to show you how. But we have the click button sound, so this is the click button sound. You can change this all you'd like if you want. Just go to the sound ID. We have the main script with another speed bar and thing, and then the sync, which is part of this click to sync. Now guys, if you do want this click to sync compared to the other click to sync, then let me know. You can just switch it out. What this click to sync is, when you hover your mouse onto a player's body, it will pop up a billboard GUI. It will just pop up a thing that will say sync with player, and then you can just click on their body and it will do it. So that's the coolest part about this one. It's super easy. It's just super easy to use. So let me know if you want that. It is right here. You can just switch it out with the old one. Just delete the other one. It's super easy, and it works just perfectly fine. So going off from the top bar, we have the GUI right now. Now how I layered this out is, we have the main frame, which is holding everything. We have the scroll bar, we have the gradient. So if you want to change the gradient, go in here, go to color sequence, and you can change this all you'd like. Super cool. you know, it's honestly really cool like that. So I'm gonna just do that for a sec. Then we have the pages, and this is a UI list layout. So this is how I attempted it, was using a UI list layout. This is because we want to keep listing new items every time you import new ones. Then we have the audio button, the search box, which is pretty cool, the template, which is going to be this template, so I'm going to show you here in a second. So this is the template for the dances. Now this is the button that we will be printing and keep on printing it over and over again. So if you want to change the font right here or the text color, go in here and feel free to do that, and you can do that all you'd like. And that's pretty simple. The image label, don't worry about it because that's just a funny one that you just see right now, but make sure it's invisible. And then we have the unsync button, we have the next button, the previous button for the going up and down, then we have the pattern in the background, so feel free to do that if you'd like, the audio text, the dance text. Pretty simple. So guys, if you are new to UIs, just feel free to mess around. There's a lot of fonts, there's a lot of things you can do. I believe in you. So going away from that, we probably just want to move into the main scripts and everything about it. I'll go to sync later because it's pretty simple. But we're going to go into the main scripts and the speed bar. So I want to quickly inform, I got a lot of help from people. My helper Fexies, he helped me so much with getting the speed bar. So going out and in, you know, right here with this, he made this. So thank you to him. I'm going to explain everything in just a second with the speed bar, but we're just going to quickly go through a bit. And then I got Silly, who helped me out with more. And there's a lot of layouts, prop help too. So Fexies also helped me out with the props. So gosh, he's a great helper. If you guys want to get help from him, feel free to go on my Discord server. So we have the replicated service, the player service, and the marketplace service, and then we have the animation module, which is in replicated storage. So a lot of these locals are pretty self-explanatory. GUI, search box. This is so we're just making everything cleaner and calling it out. Now, right here is the main deal of laying everything out and making sure it will fit everything. So in my last dance UI video, it did not fit everything. It only fit to a certain scroll height, and then it wouldn't fit the rest of the dances. So what I did was we grabbed the scrolling frame and the canvas size of that scrolling frame, and what we did is we made it the UI list layout but the absolute content size. And when we're adding this in the other scripts in a second here, we're adding it to the UI list layout, and then we're already making it we keep adding. So this absolute content size Y is going down, and we're making sure that the scrolling frame size is as big as that. So we're making sure that we're fitting everything new. And then right here, we're checking as if the list layout it changes. Okay, so if it changes, then we're setting the canvas size back to the same size again. So we're basically making it fit perfectly. Then we grab the player, the character, the humanoid, and then we also want to make sure the humanoid is valid. So we just check if player.character added, then we get the humanoid again. So that's just to double check it was valid. We're creating a local anim, which is a new one. Then the prop debounce, this is false because we don't have a prop on at the moment. Oh, excuse me. Then we have the props, which is in replicated storage right up here. And then we have the new sound that we create for the dances. So this new sound is pretty easy. It's instance.new sound. I set the volume to 5. You should probably just keep it at 5. Playing equals false, looped equals true, and then parent equals char. So this is kind of another debounce right here, is the playing is equal to false because we know we're not playing right now. Then of course we have the group Game Pass locals. So all you guys have to worry about changing in this script is right here, all of these. So if you are an owner of the game, feel free to put your profile ID right here. You just go to your profile link, and I'll actually just do it for you because I know a lot of you guys are probably like, Twin, you need to show us. So just go right here, grab your profile, and it's going to be this 9 number right there. So just grab that, and then once you grab that, you're going to put it right here. Then we go to the group, which is going to be the exact same thing. So right here, grab this, and then for the group rank, I just put 200. I'd recommend keeping it at that because normally it's default to 200 above, so admins and above. So what we're doing is, if you're an admin in a group or anything, you're just really high profile, in that rank of the group, you will get all the dances for free. And then we have the animation game pass and the animation sound game pass. So this is for the props, I'd say. So I'd recommend putting that there. And this is for the sound game pass. Pretty easy. So of course, like I said, guys, just a 9 number just at the top of the link. So kind of self-explanatory again. Super easy. Now we have the speed bar locals, which is grabbing the speed bar from this right here. And then we do a few things. We grab the speed button, Then we do a new bar, which is speed bar dot new, so that's part of this script over here, and we set it to that one, and we set it to draggable because we need to let them drag it. Now this is the previous and next function. So what we're doing is we create our button Y, which is 100. You can change this if you want. So when you click the buttons, the up and down, you can change it to like 150 so it goes farther down, or it goes so they don't have to click it so much. But pretty simple, pretty easy. But what we're doing is when it's activated, so when it's clicked either by mouse or by thumb, then we're setting the page canvas position, as in the scrolling frame position. We're minusing it by the previous button by minus 100, and then we're adding it by doing the next button. So another kind of easy little function there. So this is part of the speed bar. Now this is one of the hardest parts of it, kind of, and it's really unnecessary what I did, but I just did it like this. So what we're doing is we're checking if the speed bar gets changed on its position, so if it gets dragged. If it does, then we're grabbing a new percentage of the bar, so get bar percentage, which is going to be this one right here, so self.percentage. And what we're doing is checking if the anim is nil. If it's not, then we're checking if a sound is playing. So if a sound is playing, then what we're doing is if percentage is at 0, we're adjusting the playback speed to 0.1 of the sound, and we're adjusting the animation to 0.1. So what we're doing is, of course, the default actually is right here. It's 0.5 because that's in the middle of, we're going 0 to 1, and I'm going to show you in a second here what I mean by that in the speed bar. And then we're adjusting the speed right in the middle to 1 because that's default. And then we're setting the sound speed to 1 by default. So if there is a sound playing, then we're going to be adjusting the sound too. But if there isn't, then we're just going to be adjusting the animation. So it's pretty cool. Now in here is the animation function. Now this is really crazy. You know what, I'm actually just gonna, since we're kind of done with the speed bar, let's just go into the speed bar real quick. So what we're doing is we create a new array speed bar. Now I'm not too familiar with all this stuff. I know Fex, you could explain this to heads to tap down. So held down equals false, and then we grab the snap. This is a local function for snap. I'm guessing he's doing just a math something that I don't understand. So you just are snapping it, if I'm right, to the bar, and then we have the speed bar dot new. That's what we're using, and the percentage is 0.5 because that's default. You can change that if you want. Background is the background, of course, and then the button, and then we set the metal table, I guess. Now this is the set draggable, so we did mouse button 1 down activated. That makes the held down debounce or whatever the variable true, and then we're checking if the user input ended. If it does, so as in they're done holding it down, then held down equals false. Then if a render step is in, if it held down, then we're going to be updating the position using this function right here. So minimum is 0, maximum is 1, the snap is 0.1. So what I mean by this is we're going to 0 to 1, and we're going 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, and so on. So that's what we're doing. Now you can change this to 0.5 if you want. That means they're just going to be 0, and they're going to be dragging it to 0.5. It's going to snap it right away, but this is pretty cool. Now we have the mouse position by getting the mouse position, the buttons, pose, the follow size, and what we're doing is we're creating the self percentage, which is the between whatever 0 1 is, and then the self dot button position is what it is. Now get bar percentage is just getting the percentage, like I said. Then refresh bar, we're gonna talk about this in a second, is we're grabbing the button position and the button position, and we're setting it to that button position that was originally it. And then we have reset bar, which is grabbing the 0.5. So I made this with Fexies just a bit ago. So we're setting it back to 0.5, and then we're refreshing it using this function. So 0.5, we're set it back to 0.5 just in general, and then we're doing a refresh. Now why we're doing this is because in this animation script, when you click a new animation, your bar used to just stay there, but now that we have this reset bar, it resets back to 1. So it's not, you won't just keep speeding on different songs, so it sets back to 1. So it's pretty cool. So this function I kind of explained in a lot of other videos. It's just grabbing an animation, making a new one, and destroying the old one, and we're basically just loading it onto the humanoid. So it's pretty cool. And then we're playing it, of course. Now this is the local function for play anim, because we need to make and the other ones you'll see in a second, that's what we do. Now as you can see right here, this is the search function. So we're talking about this is function update results. So when the search box gets changed, as in when it gets entered or people are texting into it, we grab the search by creating a new local variable called search, and we grab the string lower, which is going to be the search box.text. So it's going to be this text right here. And then we make a for loop, and we're getting the page's children, so getting all of the children of this page, If it's a text button, so they are text buttons, then we're getting a new local item, which is string.lower equals v.text. So our new item is going to be the string.lower. So search is going to be what? Pony. And then the item that is in the text box in the pages, which is the text button, there's one that's pony. Then if string.find, so if it is we find the item and the search at the same time, then we're making that true, so the visible is true, and the other ones that aren't like related to it, false. So it's pretty simple. That's how it works. It's actually really simple. It's just a tiny little function here and something you could figure out in probably just a few minutes. Now, talking about the audio button, another kind of simple one. We're just checking if it's activated. So if they click it, if they do, then the variable that I was talking about is set to true, and then it's set to false. Again, but yeah, so if new sound up playing equals true, then it's going to be set to false, and it's going to be turned to off. But if it's set to false, then we're going to be setting it to true, and we're going to set the text box to on. So kind of what I was talking about. Now this is where we get to the main crazy crap. This was what took me forever, and I'm sorry about that. So talking about this. We're going to go into the animation module because this is when it gets really crazy. So I'm actually just going to close this because I kind of explained to you already. So we're going to go down here again, and we're going to 1.5 like I remember. So there we go. And then we have everything right here. So the main script, and then we're going to close that out. And modules, animation module, and we're going to look at this. So, talking about animation module, this is just explaining everything in general and what it is. So this is a module that holds all the animations. So we have the free animations, sound animations, prop animations, group animations, and premium animations. Now, pretty simple. So I'm actually going to create a new dance before we actually go into this because I want to show you how we do this. So go to the free emotes right here, find an emote. So animation save, let's say cruising. I like this. So cruising. We're going to save this to Roblox right here, and we are going to call it cruising and hit submit. Now you are going to click this link right here. It will open up your tab. You'll grab the 9 number. So now I have the 9 number and we don't need to worry about that. So this is a cool little dance we got here. So grab this 9 number right here. Pretty sick. So what you do now is you go to animation module, and we're actually going to, oh wait, I'm going to keep that open. So we're going to create a free animation because why not? So you just copy and paste that like I showed right here, copy and paste from below. Then we're going to call this cruising by changing the button title. So we go right here and call it cruising. And then we're going to go to the animation ID, which is going to be this ID. Oops, grab that again. So right here. And then the image label. Now for image label, you guys can figure this out by just going into one of the GUIs. You can go right here, go and just add image label like this, and then pick an image out. So go over here, pick an image out. It can be anything. I had all these cool ones, flaming, and then you just grab this 9 number right here, and there you go. So feel free to go on the internet and just find a bunch of cool images you like, your choice. Super simple, and then paste it right there. So now that you have the image label, this is a brand new dance. It's already ready, simple, and made. Now remember, guys, if you are uploading a dance and it's to your game, then just keep it as me. But if you're uploading it to a group, make sure to upload it to a group, because that's the main issue. People don't get that, but it just doesn't work. Now, talking about a sound one, this is pretty more simple. It's the same thing. So we have Macarena, the dance animation ID, then the sound ID. Now, so I want to quickly inform you, sounds are really hard to get. And you can just keep any sounds you want, but just be careful with them. But see, we have a lot. There's so much you can do. If you wanted to search up Nene, like if you want to search up Nene and you grab that dance, you can basically get this and then copy that ID. So self-explanatory again. Just grab this, paste it below here for another sound dance, and then change the animation sound ID. So get a new sound ID, put it here. And then do an animation dance ID. So get that dance, put it there. And then you can change the image label if you want, and make sure to change the button title. Now, if you want to just make your own sounds, feel free to try and do that. It's pretty cool, because you can make the sounds match up perfectly if you make them yourself, but it's just more work, your choice. Now, talking about the prop animations, we have another solution for this. Group animations and premium are the same way as free. Prop and sound are the only ones with four arrays, basically 4 buttons or things. So in here we have the glow sticks and pony. So there's animation ID, the button title, image label, and then the prop name. So talking about a prop, we're actually going to be making one. So I'm just going to quickly grab a stupid thing. So sword, this is actually perfect. And then we're actually just going to grab this, group this because we just want the mesh, call it sword, put it in props like this, delete the old one, grab this, make sure there isn't anything too crazy inside, make sure it isn't anchored, there you go, and then there we go. So that's a new prop. And then in here we have a new thing, so we go right here, go down here, and all you have to do is, call it sword. So we'll go sword. I'll keep the dance animation ID the same, just because why not? Oh, well, you know what? I'll go cruising for fun. So cruising, and then image label is the same. Now right here is the prop name. So make sure this matches exactly to the prop that you have. So sword is what we're looking at. So prop name, there we go. Done. That's it. So now talking about other props, guys, it's really a lot. I want to explain how you can do more. So this pony was like a big model. So I'll bring it out and I'll show you what I did. I kind of just added a trail and attachment to it so it moves, as you can tell, and it has like a trail to it. Now, if you have all these parts, so what you do is you grab the moon animator, you go to plugins. Now, like I said, guys, props don't work if they're anchored or anything in general. So make sure nothing is anchored. Grab all the props, go to Easy Weld. This is a moon animator plugin. Everyone should have this, by the way. Go to parts, click animate off, and hit join in place. That's going to create an actual weld. This is a normal weld. And then what we're doing is we're basically going to be doing attachments and just all this really cool stuff. So we're going to be putting this back in here. So we didn't need to worry about anything. Super simple. So then yeah, that's it. So that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do if you want to do. So we'll talk about that animation prop in a second too. But so going into the actual part of this is called the placing all the buttons. So what we're doing is we're going to be placing these in order. So we're going to be placing the free animations first, then the sound, then the props, then the group, then the premium. So they'll go in that order. But if they don't own them, then we'll see. So we're creating new local variables, which is going to be the animation name, the ID, the image, and we're creating a template. So why we're doing a for loop is because we're going inside of this, we're going into free, and we're creating a new I variable, which is set to 1, and we're checking the I, okay, so just the I, right, whatever you can call it, and we're going 1, 2, and 3. So animation name, which is going to be this one, so that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So that's what we're doing. So, and 1, so why we do like 1, I and 1, is because we're just grabbing one of these. We're not grabbing all of them. We're just grabbing one of these in the free animations, and then we're doing 1, 2, 3. Then we're grabbing a template, which is going to be in the template, and we're setting the template name. We're cloning it. First of all, we're duplicating it. And we're setting the name to the animation name, and the text to the animation name. And then we're setting the animation ID to the animation ID. We're setting the image to the animation image. We're setting the template to visible. And we're parenting it to the players, to the pages. And what's going to happen is with that UI list, it's going to lay it all out. Sorry, I'm explaining a lot. Now, template.activated right here is what we're doing for when it gets touched and just in general. So when they click the button that just spawned in, one of the templates, it is going to check if they have a prop. If the prop debounce is set to true, then we're going to find that prop, which is vNotNamed.prop, and I'll show you why we did that. And we're just going to destroy it and set the debounce to false, so we know that we don't have a prop anymore. If it doesn't have a prop, then we're just going to skip past this. Now, then we're going to check if there's a sound. If there is a sound playing, we're going to set it to, if the sound is playing, we're going to set it to false. And then there we go. We're setting that debounce to false, so we're not going to be playing the sound anymore. Then we're going to be playing this sound, which is just the button click sound, so we're going to be playing that sound. Then we're going to do the local function play anim by going to the template, the animation ID, then the value, and playing the whole thing. There you go. So that's the free part, because we're checking if they have sound playing, we're checking if there is a prop. Pretty simple. Now moving into the sound animations, we have a few things. We're checking if the marketplace, if they own the Game Pass, if they do own the Game Pass, or the user ID is the owner, or they're in the group and they're in that certain rank. Then we're having the animation name. Now we're adding the sound dance. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So back in here, sound, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're doing the whole thing over again. Then what we're doing is this new sound that we created as a local variable all the way up here. we're setting that ID to one of these IDs right here. So it'd be the 3033. And we're setting that to that because what we want is we want that to play because that's the sound for that button. And then after that, we're setting the text color to red. I just did red because why not for the sound. So if you want to do red, feel free to. Same thing here, goes to normal. Then we're checking if they prop again. If they do, we get rid of it. Now, if sound equals false, then we're going to be setting it to true, and we're playing the sound. But if it's equal to true, then we're equaling it to false. So we're checking if there's a sound. If there already is, we're going to stop that sound. Then we're going to play the new one. So that's kind of what we're doing here. It's pretty cool, and then we just play the anim again. So that's when it comes to the sound. Now, this is all local sided, so players can't hear the sound, because why would you want that? In my opinion, that's why I didn't do that. It's very unnecessary, and they should be hearing the lobby music, not other people's sound dances. So, pretty cool. Now we have the prop dances, which talks about a lot. It's pretty crazy. So we're doing the same thing again, but this time we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, but prop instead of the sound dance. Then we're setting the color to pink, so all the same thing here. Now, we're going to do the big prop thing right here. So if the prop equals false, we're going to set it to true. We're going to go into props. So for I in pairs, so we're creating a new variable called prop right here. In pairs of props, so in these props right here. Get children, if prop.name, so prop.name is going to be the prop of one of these right here. So if one of the props that they click was pony, equals animation prop, so if pony equals pony, or if it equals glow stick, it's not going to work. If it equals pony, then we're going to invoke the server. We're going to go to the server side right here. We're going to talk about this right quick. We're going to invoke the server. Now on server invoke, so this is server sided. We're going to grab the player and the prop. We're grabbing the humanoid, the char, the is R15, etc. And if the prop.name equals prop1, so pony, then we're cloning that prop that we just had. So pony right here, this pony. We're setting the parent to the character, setting the name to prop. So why we did this prop right here is because in here, if it's named prop, then we're just going to get rid of it. Then we're creating a new motor weld. We're welding it to the humanoid root part. Then we're welding that prop, whatever, to the handle. And then we're doing the parent to humanoid root part. So it's a little confusing, okay? So I want to explain to you guys, and we're going to actually do the second version, okay? Because this was just for pony. So we're checking if this was for pony. Now let's create another variable for the sword. So prop3 equals sword. Like this. So prop3 name. Now we're going to go right here. We're going to copy all of this. Paste it down here. We're going to go prop3. And then, boom, we're done with that. Equals prop3. Then, we're just going to keep this. This is normal. So, now that we have a sword, glow sticks had two parts to it. We just have a sword that's perfect. Now, pony, as you can see, was not too much because I already welded everything together. But for the sword, it's just one thing. So, we're going to just need one weld. So, I'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of this too. Then, what we're going to do is we're going to motor weld it to the prop. We're going to set the thing to right hand. Let's just do right hand because that works. And then handle, then we go right here. So see, now this is new prop. We got to go in here. See how it says handle? We're just going to get rid of that R right here. Boom. And we're setting it to the right hand. There you go. So now the sword is going to be on their right hand when they dance. So I want you guys to really pay attention to how you do this. It's going to be really hard. I know you guys are, I don't know how to explain it too well rather than it's just a work in progress. You're going to have to understand. So R15 is the main thing here. It works with R15. You can do R6 if you want, but that's pretty tough. What it is that we're going to the right hand right here. So if you want to search up R15 properties, or you just go into your character, see like one of these right here, you can go into here and see what they have. So we have left hand, left, all this little parts. These are what you're going to be parenting it to, okay? And as you can tell, we're going to be doing it to this little hand right here. That's what we're doing. So pretty simple, you guys. There you go. So that's for sword. Now, what's happening is what we're doing is we're invoking the server. Then we're going on the server side and we're putting that prop onto the player so everyone can see. Then we're checking if there's a sound. You know, if there's a sound, we're setting it to false. Play the animation, play the sound button. Pretty simple. Group, Everything's the same. I'm not going to explain it too much, but we're checking if the player is in group. If they are in the group, then we're doing these buttons. We're displaying it for them. Then we're checking in premium. We're checking if they own the premium membership. If they do, then we're displaying them. Now, for TD3, they had it so, like, you could see every button, but personally, I don't like that because, why see every button if you're just going to click it, it's going to be like, you got to join group, you got to join this. So it's really cool to just know that they don't know until they join that they can get it. So that's how this works. So this is a lot. It was a lot we talked about. Now I'm going to actually quickly test out Sword and show you, but as you can tell, everything else worked. Got the new dances. Pretty sick. So it's a lot, guys. It really is, and I'm sorry this is a bunch for that. So we're gonna close these up, so don't worry about it. Gonna close the prop up. And this is the remote function right here, prop signal, so just worry about that. And then we're gonna go into sync, and it's probably gonna be it for this video, but let's actually quickly test this out. Okay, so as you can tell, we have it already. So we have the cruising. So when we do cruising, then bam, boom, pop, pop, pop. We got my little gun right there. It's kind of funny. So there we go. We got the new dance right here, cruising. I like this dance. Pretty sick. So then we have the new prop one. This is a sword. So when we click it, bam. So as you can tell, it's a little weird. You see how the sword hands kind of like that. So I left one thing, and I'll show you in a second how you can kind of fix it. But see, there's something cool like this. Now when it comes to handle and the prop, I didn't really that's what I kind of messed up on. I'll show you real quick. So you can set the handles to anything and really how you want to do it. But I'm going to quickly just show you one part of the script that you can probably use. It's your choice when you come to these animations. Why is this taking 20 years? So you'll go to animation prop, and you see how I have this, which is local to attachment. You can change the C frame. So if you want to put tool attachment right here, you're just going to have to go on your prop and then go to here and add an attachment. And then what's going to happen is going to set the C frame, so it's going to switch it around. So just uncomment this and paste it down here. Pretty simple. But another way to really just go around this is if we grab this sword out, as you can tell, it's kind of funky. So, you know, just try and keep it straight so you know what it looks like, what it is normally. But see how when the handle's right there, what you could do, what I normally do, is you grab the thing and you put it right there. So we go like that, and then actually we just get rid of this, grab this, set the transparency to 1, then we grab this, keep that as normal. So this is called handle, so we'll call it mesh. And then we grab these two boys, we go right here, plug in, and we go easy weld, and we go, there we go, animatable. So now they're meshed together. So there we go. That's what I was kind of talking about. So now what's going to happen is he's going to be grabbing right here instead of the whole thing, so it's not placed wrong. So that's how that works. So moving into, let's move into sync and get out of this because this is really long. So this is the script for it. So what we're doing is we're grabbing the GUI, the player, and we're checking if the user input changed. So if it's any of these, then we're grabbing the mouse target. What we're doing is we're setting the parent of the upper torso. We're setting the GUI. We're setting that GUI on their torso. So when they're clicking over the torso, we're setting it right here. Then what we're doing is we're just setting it from there. Now this is how we set it onto the player. Now we have another function called unsync. So this is the unsync. We're playing the sound, which is just the button sound. And when they click the unsync button on the GUI, it's going to invoke the server to nil. And then we'll talk about that in a second. But then it just stops it. It, unsyncs. Then we have the mouse button one down. This is where we do the get player from character, and we do the target thing. So if victim is true, then we're going to invoke the server when they click on them, and it's going to have it. So now over here, on server invoke, what we're doing is we're grabbing the victim, all their humanoid, the animation tracks, we're going to play them, we're going to stop them. So if it's nil, so when they do nil, so it's unsync, we're going to stop all the animation tracks. Now, when it comes to the subject and playing it, we're checking the speed, the time position. So this is where we're setting the time position to the same thing, the speed to the same thing, priority. We're playing the track on the animator. So we have animator and animator 2. So this is yourself. This is the subject. We're grabbing all the animation tracks. We're playing them, stopping them, all that jazz. This is the player function to find the player. So we're finding the player, which is just going to match the string lower and all that kind of jazz. Then we have the character added. So what we're doing with that, oh, this is funny. I kind of removed the, oh, we're not even using it, are we? So this player function was for the sync command, but it doesn't have this. So guys, I'd recommend just keeping this old sync command too, just in case. So if they want to do /sync, that works perfectly fine. But yeah, I don't know why we have this. That's weird. So you're fine to just get rid of that too. Now on player added, this is where we're doing the sync with. So it's gonna say sync with, and we're doing the click detector. So that's what we're doing right here. And then right here is if they do the sync with right here, they click it, then we're gonna do the whole thing. So that's pretty much that. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm sorry this video was 40 minutes long. Like, damn, that's a long time. We just made it perfectly on time. Now, if you guys really need help, join the Discord. I know this was a lot, like a lot to take in. And I know probably half of you guys watched like half of the video, but just don't be confused so much. I don't know what to say. But thank you guys so much. I hope you do enjoy this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and share. I got a lot more videos coming out, and I can't wait to hit 10,000. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'll see you then. Bye.